And you could just notice whatever you're noticing, whether it's noticing things that are happening right now, sounds, or just noticing sensations in your body. Or maybe notice any thinking. And you could also notice any expectations about the effects of your practice today. Notice if you're expecting it to give you certain things. And notice if those expectations are limiting your practice. By setting those expectations, you might be leaving others to the side. So maybe open up and allow the practice to just unfold and offer you maybe some surprises even. We'll take about 5 more cycles of breath, so continue to notice that breath. And continue making your way onto the mat physically and mentally. And then with your next inhale, reach your hands in front of you, walk your fingers away from your sit bones, sinking your sit bones down towards the heels. And just gently walking those hands a little bit more, and you could kind of lift one palm, planting your fingertips, and then lower that palm, and then lift the other palm and elbow, and then lower, and then switch. And just moving the whole arm all the way up to the shoulder, one at a time, lifting and then lowering, keeping the fingertips on the ground all along. And almost like a bit of a wave going up the arm to the shoulder and shoulder blade, and then that wave lowering and then going to the other side. And then continue walking those fingers and arms, and we're going to walk them to the right. And then see if here you can also continue this wave. Okay, so gently lifting the palm and then lowering and shifting to the other hand and arm. And then walk those hands back through center, and let's send them towards the left. And just the same idea here, a little lift and lowering of palms, giving the fingers maybe also a bit of a massage. And then on your inhale, bringing those hands back through center, and then coming all the way onto your belly and coming into a Sphinx pose. So bringing those elbows straight under the shoulders, forearms straight in front of you, planting your palms, and then growing tall through the crown of the head, drawing the shoulder blades down towards the hips. Take a full breath in, and then on your exhale, lower the chin to your chest. And pause here. Keep pressing those forearms down. Another breath in, and breath out. And then as you inhale, walk your hands all the way in front of you, lowering the chest onto the ground and reaching those fingers away from your toes. Take another breath in and breath out. And then bringing your arms out into a T, and then bring them down and under your shoulders. So plant your palms, going into some gentle cobras with those elbows by your ribs, lifting your chest, keeping the gaze down. And then on your exhale, lowering the chest. And then again, lift on your inhale and lower, exhale. And lift, inhale and lower, exhale. So using your legs, your glutes here, inhale and lift. And now lift your hands off the mat. So just hovering those hands, keeping that chest lifted. Squeeze those elbows in and down. Take another breath in. And breath out. And one more breath in. And then on your exhale, lower all the way down. Bring the forearms in front of you. Rest your forehead on the forearms. And now relax your legs, heels out, big toes touch. Take a breath in, belly, chest expand. And breath out as you move that belly away from the mat. And two more. And now with your next inhale, again, bring hands under your shoulders, keeping your head heavy, lifting into cobra. And on your exhale, just turn your gaze towards that right shoulder. And inhale, bring the chin back through center. And then gaze over the left shoulder. And back through center. And one more time each side. Inhale to the right. Exhale, center. And inhale, left. And now as you exhale, coming back through center and lowering that chest, bringing your hands wide, planting your fingertips. Elbows are lifting towards the ceiling. Inhale, chest rises. Exhale and lower. And again, inhale and lift that chest. Exhale, lower. And inhale, lift. And exhale, lowering all the way down. Bringing hands under your shoulders and shifting back into your child's pose. And this time, arms in front of you. Bring the palms together, thumbs pointing up. And let's bring those thumbs to the back of the neck. And 3 breaths. And now with your next inhale, hands in front, and we're coming to a table pose. Okay, so bring your hands on the shoulders, knees on the hips. And take a moment to give your neck a little roll here. So drop the head and then shift the ear to one shoulder and then towards the other. And another breath in. And breath out. And now lifting the neck, so gaze is straight down, crown of the head reaching away from your tailbone, and we'll reach the right leg out behind it. And then on the exhale, let's plant the ball of the foot, pushing the heel away. On your inhale, come onto the top of your foot, stretching the shin, the front of your ankle, and then on your exhale, roll over your toes, and now stretching the back of your ankle, your calf. And 2 more times like that, coming forward on the inhale, and then back, exhale, and forward, inhale, and back onto the ball of the foot, exhale. And now use your next inhale to lift that right leg, and now bend your knee and plant the foot on your ceiling. Okay, so now is where you're using that right glute, right hamstring. Take a full breath in and don't force it too much. It's prone for cramps sometimes. So that balance of effort and ease also applies here. Take another full breath in. And then as you exhale, knee to chest and round your spine. Inhale and length. Actually, keep the knee bent, plant it on the ceiling. Exhale, knee to chest. And again, inhale, foot towards the ceiling. Exhale and knee to chest. Now on your inhale, leg lengthens all the way out behind you. And on your exhale, knee to the outside of your right elbow. Inhale and lengthen. And now knee to your left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. And now pivot on your left knee, open up into modified side plank towards your right. You could keep your right arm lifted, or you could bend your elbow, hand to your hip. Take a full breath in, right leg is lifted. And then on your exhale, right foot lowers and tap the floor. Inhale and lift that right foot. So now using that outer hip. Exhale and lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And now on your inhale, lift that right leg, lift that right arm. And on your exhale, come back into your table pose. Inhale, chest comes forward, gaze up into cow pose. Exhale and round your spine. And then again, inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And round. Exhale. And let's find again that neutral spine. Make sure that you ground it through your hands. Make sure that you're not placing all your weight into your wrists. Okay, so we're being on all fours for a little while. So spread the weight to the fingers and base of your fingers. When you're ready, that left leg will rise behind you. And then on your exhale, plant the ball of the foot. Push the heel away, get that stretch through the calf. And as you inhale, come onto the top of the foot. On your exhale, back onto the ball of the foot. And two more like that. Inhale, coming forward, stretch the shin, ankle. Exhale and back. And inhale, forward. And exhale and back. And now as you inhale, lifting that left leg, and now bending that knee and foot towards the ceiling. So pausing here for a moment. Try to keep your lower belly lifted too. Another full breath in. Full breath out. And inhale. And on your exhale, knee to chest, rounding your spine. Inhale again, foot towards the ceiling. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale and lift, foot towards the ceiling. Exhale, knee to chest. And now on your inhale, leg lengthens. Exhale, knee to the outside of your left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. And knee to the right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. And it's your modified side plank towards your left. Make sure you ground it through your right hand. Left hand can go up towards the ceiling, or you can rest it at your hip. Lift that left leg, inhale. And then on your exhale, tap the foot on the ground. Inhale and lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And now as you inhale, lift, left arm reaches up too. And on your exhale, come back into table pose. Both hands on the ground, knee on the ground, and now shift your weight from side to side. Turning your gaze towards the opposite heel. And coming back through center. And then on your exhale, tucking your toes and downward facing dog, lifting those sit bones up and back. So after that work, getting now using down dog to get a stretch through the backs of your legs. And then to use some exhales to release any extra tension that got caught up in shoulders, mainly neck, face. And notice also that down dog in this way can be also a nice rest for the wrists, because we no longer have them at a 90-degree angle. We've got a bigger angle there, so the weight is not dropping straight into the base of the hand. We can send some weight into the fingers. Take another breath in and breath out. And then using your next inhale, walking your feet to your hands. And exhale, forward fold. Grabbing opposite elbows, taking a breath in. And bending the right knee as we straighten the left. And inhale and straighten. And exhale to switch, bending that left knee. And inhale, straighten. And switch again, exhale. And straighten, and switch. And then as you inhale, bend both knees, release the elbows, rise into chair pose. And on your exhale, bring hands to heart. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand, arms with lift. And exhale, side stretch. Back through center, inhale. Other side, exhale. And center, inhale, and now interlace your fingers, turn the palms towards the ceiling and push those palms away. Spread those armpits, take another breath in, and breath out. And one more full breath in, you might even come onto the balls of the feet if you want. And then on your exhale, lower the heels and then arms wide, fold all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale, and planting your hands and downward facing dog, exhale. And breathe in. And breathe out. And another breath in. And breath out. Now with your next inhale, come out into plank pose. And on your exhale, lower your knees. Okay, so we're lowering the knees, but not into a table pose, but into a modified plank pose. Okay, take a full breath in here, draw the belly towards your spine. And then on your exhale, bend your elbows and come halfway down. And then as you inhale, straighten those elbows, rising back up. Exhale, and again, elbows bend. And rising back up. And one more time. Exhale, elbows bend. Inhale, rising up and back into downward facing dog. Take another breath in here. And breath out. With your next inhale, right leg rises. And on your exhale, knee bends and hip opens. And a slight bend in your left knee and push that left heel down towards the ground. Take another breath in. And breath out. And then as you inhale, straighten the leg behind you. And on your exhale, plant that foot between your hands. Keep your left hand on the mat, open up into a twist towards your right inhale. And then as you exhale, drop your hips and reach your arm back. Inhale, lift your hips, maybe even straighten that front leg, arm lifts towards the ceiling. Exhale, bend that knee, drop the hips, arm reaches back. And then again, inhale to lift those hips. Exhale to lower. And one more time, inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Now on your inhale, bring that right arm all the way forward, frame that front foot, lower your back knee. Bring your chest forward, inhale. And on your exhale, hips back, half splits. And move between these two poses 2 more times. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, back. And inhale, forward. And exhale, back. And now as you inhale, coming forward. Tuck the back toes, lift that back knee, and make your way into a plank pose. And here you could keep your right leg lifted if that feels right today. Take another breath in. On your exhale, 3-legged dog. Inhale here. And as you exhale, lower that right foot down to the mat, downward facing dog. So 5 cycles of breath. You could do 5 breaths in down dog, or you could do child's pose or table pose if you wish. So you can use this pose now to relax anything that needs to be relaxed, reset anything that needs to be reset. And with a full breath in and full breath out. And then we'll meet back in downward facing dog if you're not there already. And we'll move on to the left side. So as you're ready, that left leg will rise. And on your exhale, bend that knee and open up the hip. And pausing here. Taking a moment to bring awareness to that right leg, right foot. Take another breath in. Breath out. And then as you inhale, straighten the leg behind you. And on your exhale, plant that foot between your hands. And keeping that right hand down on the mat and opening into your twist towards your left. And taking a breath in here. And then as you exhale, hips lower, fingers reach back. Inhale and lifting your hips, and again, maybe straightening that front leg. Exhale, lowering the hips. And again, inhale and lift. Exhale and lower. And one more time, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Now on your inhale, that left arm comes over, frame your front foot, lower that back knee, chest comes up, gaze up, exhale, half splits, hips back. 2 more times, inhale forward, exhale back, inhale forward, and exhale back. With your next inhale, coming forward, tucking the back toes, lifting that back knee, and making your way into plank pose. And again, maybe keeping your left leg lifted. Use that core here. Take another breath in. And on your exhale, 3-legged dog. Inhale here. And exhale, lowering that left foot down, downward facing dog. Full breath in. And as you exhale, lowering your knees. And we'll all meet in a child's pose. And you could do child's pose knees wide, or you could do it knees together. And anything that might feel good with your arms, whether it's having them in front of you, or underneath you, or by your side. And let's find 5 breaths. And now as you inhale, coming up into table pose. And once you're in table pose, again, find your alignment. And remember, if those wrists are getting tired, you could do fists, or you could find some cushioning under the base of your hand so that you can increase that angle at your wrist. With your next inhale, you're going to keep the right knee bent, and we're just going to open it to the side. And then on the exhale, we're going to lower. And then inhale, open. Exhale, lower. And inhale, open. Exhale, lower. And now on your inhale, open. On your exhale, straighten the leg out. Inhale, bring that leg out behind you, toes pointing down. And then exhale, cross that right foot over to the left and just tap the floor. Inhale, bring that leg back behind you. And exhale, bring it out to the right and tap the floor. Inhale, bring it right behind you. Exhale, all the way to the left and tap. Inhale, center. Exhale, and to the right. Inhale and center. Exhale, and to your left. Inhale, center. Exhale to your right. And now inhale, center. And now we're going to the left and we're going to plant the ball of the foot. Heel is going to be pushing back and away, and we're going to turn the gaze towards that right heel. Breathe in here. And breathe out. And another breath in. And breath out. And as you inhale, coming back through center, and on your exhale, back into table pose. And we're going to shift to the other side. So take a moment here if you need to realign yourself. And when you're ready, left leg will rise. And actually, no, sorry. So left knee stays bent and we're opening to the left. Inhale. And exhale and lower. And inhale, knee bent, hip opening to the left, exhale, lower. Inhale and open. Exhale, lower. And now as you inhale, open. On your exhale, straighten the leg. Inhale, send that leg behind you. Exhale and cross it over to the right and tapping the floor. Inhale back through center and then all the way to the left and also tap the floor. Inhale back through center and cross to the right. Inhale center to your left. Inhale center and cross. Inhale center to the left. And now inhale center and then cross and now plant the ball of the foot, push your heel away and gaze over to that left heel. Breathe in and breathe out. And then as you inhale, make your way back through center. And on your exhale, back into table pose. Hands and knee on the mat. Let's bring that chest forward, gaze up. And on the exhale, round your spine and come onto your fingertips. Okay, so give your wrists a break here and give that back body a really good stretch. Push the floor away and really round, tuck the chin towards your chest. And breathe in here. And breathe out. And one more breath in. And breath out. And now coming back onto your palms and tucking your toes, making your way into downward facing dog. And just looking from side to side, you could do it a bit with a system. So you could start looking towards your right armpit and then shifting to the left and then looking to your right elbow and then to your left and then looking all the way to your fingers and then all the way to your belly. And now letting the head hang. And use your next inhale to walk your feet to your hands. And as you exhale, fold. And interlace your fingers and bring them to the back of your neck. Elbows heavy, head is heavy. And just dropping the crown of the head towards the floor. A little traction through the spine. And then now releasing those hands and slowly rising up. And we'll meet in mountain pose. And you could give your shoulders a roll here. And you let your arms drop heavy by your side. See if those arms will pull those shoulders down a little bit more, but keep your core engaged. And the crown of the head lifted towards the ceiling. With your next inhale, reach your arms up. And then right hand grabbing the left wrist and pull that left wrist over. And coming back through center. And then switching sides, exhale. And coming back through center and arms wide all the way down to the mat. Inhale into a halfway lift. And exhale, fold. And now you could grab opposite elbows behind your legs, so giving your knees a bend here so you can rest your chest on those thighs. And finding 3 cycles of breath, so feeling that front body expand towards your thighs. And then away from your thighs. And then let's release those elbows. And let's begin to lower those sit bones towards the heels. And then let's come all the way down onto the mat. So bring those knees into your chest. You could keep your feet lifted here. Wrap your arms around your shins. And again, that idea of really kind of rounding in. Really protecting that front body, making our cocoon, our forward fold, moving inward. Breathing in. And breathing out. And another breath in. And breath out. And then finding some space between your knees so you can bring your arms between those knees and see if you can grab the big toe with your first 2 fingers and thumb. And almost as if you were doing a happy baby on the ground here, draw those shoulder blades down and back. And then begin to open up your knees and draw those knees also towards the space behind you. And then maybe open up those feet. You could keep your knees bent. It's that happy baby, but you're seated. Or you could begin to straighten your legs. And full breath in. And remember to use your arms here. Full breath out. And another breath in. And breath out. And then as you inhale, try bringing those legs back together. And on your exhale, see if you can let go of your big toes and then keep your legs lifted. Maybe your arms lift up towards the ceiling. Take another full breath in. And exhale. Lower those feet down, bending your knees. Bring your feet to the outer edges of your mat and bring your hands to the outsides of your hips. Inhale, lift your spine. And on your exhale, lower your knees to the right, looking over to the left. And inhale, knees back through center. And now knees to the left and gaze to the right. And inhale, center. And then again, switch sides, exhale. And inhale, center. And to your other side, exhale. And now as you inhale, come back through center, bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide. Hands can come to your ankles, let the soles of the feet kind of open up towards the ceiling. Maybe walk your sit bones towards your heels, lengthen up. And on your exhale, you could reach your chest forward and down. And let's take about 5 breaths. You can keep it active, more of a neutral spine, or if you feel like this is what you need, you could round, dropping your head and getting that extra stretch through the back of your neck. And another breath in. And breath out. And now using your inhale, slowly rising up. And we're going to find a little bit more stretch for the hips. So like double pigeon, okay? So the way this goes is that figure 4 and that triangle with your legs. So we're going to bring the left leg under and you want your shin more or less parallel to the top of your mat. And then you're going to bend that right knee and bring that right shin also parallel to the front of your mat. So right over that left shin. Okay, your right ankle is going to be off the knee and the left thigh, and you want both feet flexed. So your right knee might be really high up, and that's fine. Okay, you're just encouraging it to drop towards the floor. Okay? Lengthen through your spine. You could reach your arms up overhead if you wish. And then on your exhale, we're going to a forward fold. Okay, so folding over your legs, your hands could be reaching in front of you, or you could rest them on your legs here, on your foot and knee. And let's pause. Tune into your breath. And see if you can find some ease within the effort or the struggle. And one more full breath in here. And full breath out. And then as you inhale, let's rise up. Lift your arms all the way up. And then as you exhale, lower your arms down. And let's bring the right foot over and let's plant it outside of that left thigh. Okay? And you could bring your left heel a little closer to your sit bone if you wish, or you could lengthen out your left leg in front of you. So we're going into a twist now. So with your next inhale, arms will lift. And on your exhale, your right hand comes behind you, left arm wraps around that right knee or crosses over the thigh. We're turning towards the right. And breathe in. And breathe out. And another breath in. and breath out. And then as you inhale, make your way back through center, arms will lift. And on your exhale, lower your hands to the left, rounding your spine. Use your next inhale to come back through center. And then we're going to switch the legs. So your right leg is going to be underneath, and we're going to go to that double pigeon here. And we're stacking the shins once again, your left ankle just off that right thigh. If you look at the insides, the inner part of your legs, you're making kind of a triangle shape. And then on your inhale, arms can lift. And on your exhale, coming into a forward fold. And you might find that with the forward fold, you're able to lower that left knee a little bit more towards the floor. Okay, but just watch it. It can be kind of an intense sensation in the hips, so don't push too far and go into it with caution with your breath. And just as we did on the other side with the intense sensation, see if you can still keep some softness. Eyes, face, jaw, neck. And use your next inhale to rise up, reaching your arms up. And on your exhale, arms lower. And we're going to slide this left foot over, coming now into the twist on this side. Make sure both sit bones are planted, reach your arms up. And now it's your left hand that comes behind you, and your right arm wraps or comes all the way over, and you're turning towards your left. And breathe in. And breathe out. And then as you inhale back through center, arms lift. And on your exhale, rounding towards your right, dropping the head. And next inhale, rising up. And on your exhale, arms lower, unwind your legs, and we'll come all the way down onto the mat. So planting your feet, reach your arms in front of you, take a full breath in. And exhale, come halfway down. Give your shoulders a roll, inhale. And then on your exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. And then once you're on the mat, let's bring those heels a little closer to the sit bones, arms by your side. And inhale, lifting those hips, coming into a gentle bridge pose. And exhale, lowering. And then again, inhale to lift. Exhale and lower. And inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. And now bringing those knees into your chest, we'll cross the right thigh over the left. And here you could tuck the toes, so coming into eagle legs, or you could leave them untucked. Try to keep those knees straight over the hips, open your arms out into a T. And then find your eagle arm. So left arm is going to be under the right, and crossing at your elbows. Try to align those elbows with your shoulders and the forearms away from your face. Try to keep those knees more or less over your hips. And take a full breath in. And on your exhale, draw those knees and elbows close together, and you might even lift the head. And then on your inhale, lengthen, reaching those arms out behind you, reaching the feet forward. And exhale again, elbows and knees come together. And one more time, inhale. And exhale. And then as you inhale, unwind your arms, unwind your legs, and switch sides. So left now, thighs coming over, arms open out into the, and then it's your left arm coming under. And finding your eagle arms now on this side. And again, take a breath in. Exhale as you draw those knees and elbows in towards one another. You could lift the head here. And then as you inhale, lengthen. Exhale and draw elbows and knees in. And inhale, lengthen. And draw them in. And now on your inhale, unwind your arms, your legs. Draw those knees into your chest. And then find some gentle movement with your neck. Draw the chin from one shoulder to the other. And if you want to get a bit more opening in the fronts of your hips, you could lower the feet to the ground, bring them wide, knees are bent, and just window wipe your knees from one side to the other. And do that as you move the chin to the opposite shoulder. So if your knees are going to your right, your chin goes to the left shoulder. And the other way when you switch sides. And then as you're ready, we'll meet back at center. Let the knees rest against one another. And just notice where your lower back is right now. And if it's lifted from the mat, see if you can roll back a bit on the sacrum and see if you can get that lower back onto the mat. And then continue climbing up your spine. So notice where that mid-back and rib cage is in relationship to your mat. And see if you can get it closer and spread it out. And then climb up to the upper back. Notice your shoulder blades. The space between those shoulder blades, and see if you can get all of that closer to the mat. And now bring your awareness up to the base of your neck. Notice where that is in space. See if you can get it closer to the ground. Slightly tucking the chin and reaching the crown of the head a little further back. And with the whole spine planted, take a breath in. And a breath out. Bring your awareness to your jaw and find some space between the teeth. Let the tongue drop away from the top of your mouth. And then bring your awareness to your eyes. And find some space between your eyelids and your eyeballs. And bring some awareness to your forehead. And spread that forehead. And now just right here, pause. Allow yourself to not do. Allow yourself to just be. And now from this situation of minimum effort, let's try and just add just the right amount or enough amount of effort to begin to breathe a little deeper and a little longer. And then just the right amount of effort to find some gentle movement in fingers, toes. Just the right amount of effort to move the chin from one shoulder to the other. And then just the right amount of effort to roll onto one side. And then right here, taking a breath in. And exhaling out with a sigh, mouth open. And then gently making our way up. We'll meet in a comfortable seat with hands at the heart. And we'll use this last moment of practice to acknowledge the practice. And then to acknowledge ourselves for practicing. To acknowledge those who practice with us. And to acknowledge those who make it possible. And we'll end with a word that means that the light in me recognizes and honors the light in you. Namaste.
Namaste.